during the prelims answers will be one. Alright folks, right, Prasad, will you ready to start? Yeah, all. Question one, local question, hands going up. Let me see if there are new names. Yes, let's go to the youngest participant today. Yes. Super answer. It is a vertical grade. Can we get one book, please? It's called a Khala Dupatta. It used to be adorned with a lot of jewels, which is why the dupatta would keep standing. I think we deserve a bigger round of applause there. Awesome. So point for Khala Dupatta no other times. Question two. Yes. It's called a strawberry gun. Yeah, anything with strawberry it gets points. Question three, right back, repetition, yes. Well, excellent answer. This is Sharks from Shark Tank. So the original show in Japan was called The Tiger's Nest. UK used Dragon's Den. Eventually became the Lion's Cave. And Israel started Shark Tank, which came to India and became more popular. Yeah. So one has got red t-shirt here and one blue t-shirt. Oh, sorry, good. Alright, fourth is the interesting one. Is correct. It is a stock photo. It was the first ever stock photo. That's why I said just share the question and the answer back at you. I typically don't like stock watermarks in my answers, but I kept it purposefully here. So the stock photography as a genre came in because people started realizing making illustrations again and again was more expensive. Let's create these generic stock photos. And developments over the last few years, or at least the last few months, have meant that people don't need to click photos, they can just generate these photos. Fifth, that is correct. So they are actually Nanda Devi and Sunanda Devi. And the peaks in Nanda Devi are also called Nanda Devi A and Nanda Devi B because they come from the twin goddesses. So points for Nanda Devi. Sixth, just shout out the answer. It's Janaganamana. Raghunatha Tagore. So, Janaganamana featured in the soundtrack of a movie before it came to be known as the national anthem. Seventh is someone with yes, is correct. In the movie DDLJ, the movie has multiple plugins of this brand. The first time is when Shah Rukh visits Amrish Puri in the supermarket on the pretext that he's buying medicines for his friends and sneaks away a crate of Slows beer. And the second time is when he convinces Kuljit. He said, क्या नाम है तेरा कहाँ से आया है? He said Slows beer and then makes up the story. Eight. If you just read them aloud, they say are most commonly associated with pirates. Historically, there is no documentation that pirates ever said it. It's just that the actor Robert Newton hailed from Surrey and Bristol. Oh, yeah. So pirate is what we're looking for. They are collectively called pirate mythics. Ninth is the Statue of Liberty. It was not meant to be green in color. It was originally bronze colored, but because of oxidation, you keep on only seeing photos of it in green color. So patina gets formed because of oxidation of copper. Tenth, it's called the traffic light coalition. So you don't need to know anything about open politics. You see red, amber, green, or yellow and green. and you go for traffic lights from the primary color of the logos. 11th, slightly descriptive answer, देखिए, is correct. So the origin of the Nile was unknown. So anything to this tune, the source was unknown or the origin was unknown. It's not because it was a dark point, it is specific to the river. Starting point unknown, source unknown, origin unknown, any of these versions work. So they did not know where the Nile originated, and this is why they decided to cover the face. Right. What do you say in Japanese for 2 is ni and 3 is san. That's why you get ni-san. Thirteenth, what is this an alternative to? Yes, that is correct. Because young kids can't read letters, it is used as an alternative to smell chart. Anything which does not mention smell chart but mentions vision test, eyesight, etc. gets a half point. Yeah, eye test gets half a point. Yeah. Because there are teams which got smell, so I want to be fair to them. That is a different answer. No, that doesn't get any. I know so. And no negatives for anyone. 14 is correct. The first episode of any TV show is called the pilot, and he was a pilot. Pilots were originally people who steered ships. We most commonly relate to pilots of aircraft, but the first episode is pilot. Answer has to be pilot, not a navigator. He was a pilot. Navigators instruct the pilot how to ride. No. He was not a captain. He was a pilot. There is a captain in the show. Yeah, the first few minutes. 15 is correct. Because they end up growing well in loose, dry soil, they are called wallflowers. You can often spot them in cracks of walls. The movie being Flux of being a wallflower. Oh, sorry. Then the novel is 2005. So sorry. Oh wow. Some questions start from here. So, yes, it's not a jigsaw. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they could not put Humpty Dumpty together again. So it is easy to break something but hard to put it back together. So they call it the Humpty Dumpty problem. No points for jigsaw, puzzles, etc. Answer should have Humpty Dumpty in it. 17. So Manila envelope is what this is called. Where does Manila get its name? Indigo gets its name from Nil, which is indigo. No points for Manila. We are looking for indigo in the answer. So indigo, Nil, or any similar sounding things work. The most popular commercial export of that time. 18. The first part, the easy one, is Columbus. Where would you find these four gentlemen together? Not the metaphor of absolutely correct. These are the four kingdoms which constituted to become Spain. So if you look carefully, Columbus effectively carried the Spanish kingdom back in the day to its glory, and this is it's half and half each. Half a point for Columbus, half a point for emblem or flag of Spain. Anything with Spain in the answer should get you points. And Ani deserves a book for cracking this answer. Right, and a round of applause for Ani and the school. Let's hear the story. Peter comes from stone, and Schwarz means black, and this is black stone. If you did you answer Black Rock? Then the first time I will ask this question, I answered Black Rock as well. So this is going to carry over a very long time. Yeah, it happens. So Blackstone, Schwartz is black in German, Peter is stone in Greek. They went back to their roots and decided, let's not use our real names, let's use Black Rock is wrong, Blackstone is the right answer. No bad. 20th. Not blanching. Very close but not silkening. Velveting. So you velvet the meat before you kind of prepare it. So I think a couple of teams got the theme right. They went into silk and satin, but it is velveting. So you velvet the meat before it is cooked. So I think I'm going to collect 1 point for myself. 21. Super answer. Edwin Hubble inducted in the Indiana Hall of Fame. The first 2 times Grumsfield traveled, he first carried his telescope. The second time he carried his doctoral thesis. And probably the most famous connection is Grumsfield is called the repairman of the Hubble telescope. He traveled to space thrice. Each time he repaired various aspects of the Hubble Space Telescope. So how many teams got this one right on Hubble? Couple of teams. Fantastic. 22. Standing on the boulders of giants. So Newton famously said, I have reached wherever I have reached because I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. No, it is dancing. It is standing on the boulders of giants. This is I've purposefully used. We just need standing on the boulders of giants. We don't need standing on the shoulders. Yeah, this is the fun, right? No. Actually, hang on to it. How many teams are also standing on the shoulders of giants? So we'll give 0.5 for standing on shoulders of giants. No further points. I'm going to use my discretion on this. Yeah, I'm asking for a pun and we've gone for the actual code. 23. Samai, 114. So Raja Jaising was said, you are greater than one man, you are a man and 1/4 more. Tum Savai ho. And that's how you get Savai. And even today on the flag, you'll notice a big flag and a quarter flag. 24th. This is between the Berlin Wall. So this tracks 28 years when the rabbits had the time of their life in the no man's land. So Berlin Wall gets points. 25 two parts. Which game? Surfing is correct. Which place? French Polynesia or Tahiti is off. Tahiti would be off. You get the score right, half a point. So half a point for surfing, half a point for either Tahiti or French Polynesia. No, sailing is incorrect, a different sport. Here we'll give half a point for each. Immediately, we want to have a break. They are on time. We want to give like 5 minutes break. Okay. Okay, give us 10 minutes to kind of tally up our answers. We'll start with the finals immediately. And scorers, I'll huddle with you now to see if there are any discrepancies. We start at 5:45.
Thanks guys for the excellent participation. We're going to come out with the finals. Before that, a small request. Those of you sitting on the sofas can just move one row back. We're going to use the sofas for the finals. Sorry gentlemen. Lucky. The sofas are going to be used for the finalists. If you're a finalist, you can continue to sit there. There is a provision for a small cup of tea. So all of you who wish to have a cup of tea instead of water can raise their hands. There are about 30, 40, 40, 50 लेके आ जाओ. 50 please. Go to the other अपना community count को.
Alright, everyone, in case you can leave the first 2 rows vacant, we'll be using them for the finals. This should suffice. No, we don't. It's fine. The second is fine. Okay. Yeah, which is it? That is more important. Like, how do you guys like the prelims? Good, bad, ugly? Thank you. We are very closely contested prelims. A bunch of teams chose between one of the 2 answers, and unfortunately, one of them missed out on the cutoff on 2 stars. So we will start with a shout out to Team Nerd, which is Nitin, Devan, Vikesh. If you can come up to the stage, thank you so much. Tough luck. They're here. Prasad sir. Prasad sir. This way. This way. Ready? A bigger round of applause, please. They got one of the harder ones right. Blackrock probably something that they're going to travel from here. You're going to have a word with him now. We'll go with. So the order of seating will be team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There will be plenty of reading, writing, answering throughout. It becomes harder for me to manage. So we'll start with the team which made it with 11, team Aam Zindagi. Shiva, Kanishka, Arnab. You can pick any slot. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, all questions will follow pounds and written. Okay. Team on the score, team 2 is Aam Zindagi. Within the Renu, in case you're already taking scores. The second team to qualify, they have already made a nomination. They call themselves winners of the S.H. Babu Memorial Quiz. Archana, Harshita, and Neetu. They are in take note of those more. Okay. That's team 7. Next team to make it is Sahib Singh Sultan, Balaji, Murtaza, Bharadwaj, score of 14. Okay, your team 2. Next, we have team Rapchik replay of Rohit, Anshuman and Pawan, score of 15. Riding on the RRR way, we have team RRR, Rajdeep, Somak and Rama on 17. Next up, team Lazara, BD Williams Ali with a score of 17.5. Yep, continuing with your position. 20.5 is the team in show with 20.5. Hussein, Mohammed and Lucky. Oh, they're here. And AC Plains with 21.5. We have Sunny and Friends currently with Harish, Murtaza and JK. Mustafa and JK. Yes. So teams, Revant is more important for the next set of proceedings than me. Why don't we go from team 1? Please just announce your team name. Folks. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. Okay. For the next set, why don't you start with your team name? Revant is going to Arms Zindagi is team 1. Team 2. SSS, Sahib Singh Sultan. Team show. Next, Lazarov. Team 5 is RRR. 6 is Swami and Friends. Team 7 is Winners. And team 8 is Rapchik Replay. Okay, for all the teams, this is the flow from now. They have 4 rounds. Okay, I have one request and I'm going to be very particular about it. Folks in the teams, please listen to me while I'm saying and then continue with your banter. I'm not a very generous quizmaster that way. I don't like being interrupted. So, 4 rounds in the finals. We have 2 written themed rounds and 2 infinite pounces of 15 questions each. For those new to the foray, the way pounces will work is if a question is directed to team 1, if they don't answer, the question keeps on bouncing. However, if teams want to answer out of 12, they can raise their hand and wager a negative against getting that answer right. We are following a little interesting scoring, so please pay attention when the scoring happens for each of these rounds. This is the part I will emphasize on. We will follow very strict civilized bounces. Respect the audience, respect the other teams that are on stage. Even if you get an answer right, please do not scream, shout and interrupt. It breaks the flow of the other teams and it breaks the flow of the audience. We have a lot of areas to traverse, lot of points at stake. So connect the dots, take that guess, spin your stories and enjoy. Okay? First is our written theme round. There are 8 questions. All the answers follow a theme. Every answer gets you 5 points. and there is score for getting the theme right as well. So if you get the answer right on the first question itself, just raise your hand if you want me to check the theme. There'll be exchanging sheets at the end for individual questions. If you get the answer right on the first question, you get 35 points. Then the scoring reduces 35, 30 and so on. No points if you get the theme on the last question. No next. You can guess. Sorry? Only for the theme. All the other 8 answers, just write down, we will exchange sheets. Okay, like now that the question has come in multiple times and the interest of time, I'm going to cap it at 2 attempts. Okay, 2 attempts on the theme. Overall. No negatives. You need papers. Can we give them some paper, please? Okay. Let's start with question 1. Audience, if you know the answer, just keep it to yourself. Once we conclude this run for the finalists, we will complete. So this is Jeff Bezos' email about Blue Origin's philosophy. He wrote that our mascot is the blank. We paint one on our vehicles after each successful flight. Our motto is Breveting Ferocity, which means step by step, ferociously. In the long run, it and methodical wins the day. And you do things quickest by never skipping steps. So what is painted on every Blue Origin space capsule after a successful flight? No, the blanks are just blanks. Throughout the quiz, the blanks are blanks. Too much effort. No, too much effort. I'm too lazy. So what is the mascot of Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos' startup, or rather his next venture after Amazon? Answer. All answers will connect you to the theme. No, not exhaustive. But it is a limited set. Not exhaustive, but limited. Moving to question 2. The original logo and name of this tech product was Phoenix, but there was a copyright claim on this. It was called Firebird for a little amount of time, but there was another open source project which was also called Firebird. So to avoid any confusion, its name was changed a third time. What is the name of this tech product that we all have come across? There's no next. At least one team has shown interest in the theme. No. No, there's no next. One attempt, that's it. Now they just have one attempt on the theme. So they missed a chance to score 30. Question 3. This film production house's name refers to a 1902 short story written by W. Jacobs, which tells the cautionary tale of how the eponymous name has the power to grant wishes, but at a horrific, unintended consequences. Now, the founder of this film production house said that I want to give this a positive spin by making my own luck through the horror genre and offsetting some of his early painful experiences. This production house is noted for its horror films. What is it named? It is an eponymous film. Anyone in the audience thinks they know the theme can take a shot. I'll talk to you. Don't scream out the answer. Okay, let me check this first. But okay, you exhausted one. It's not going to be as obvious. Yeah. No, it's not exhaustive. It's a limited theme. But it's on the right track. Okay, so team one has exhausted one of their guesses. Okay. Not the answer I have. Not the answer I have. I mean, you'll figure out when I come to it. Question 4. So this is the car that got featured in the movie Ford versus Ferrari. Now Bob Lutz, he was the head of global product development for Chrysler. He was very impressed with this Ford car when it was launched. So he spent a lot of time in coming up with the name for a model that he had designed. And among the rejections was Sidewinder. Because he said, if the car ever gets into an accident, you could see all kinds of buff book headlines with the car going sideways. So Sidewinder was rejected. What was the name of the model finally chosen as a tribute to this car? So if you know what kind of a creature Sidewinder is, it will help you arrive at probably the most famous in that category used for an automobile. Yeah. No, that's what I'm going to guess. That's the other thing. Not that. So there is one item from the previous list which disqualifies your answer. I'll come to that. Sorry, we'll come to this. एक बार ये खत्म कर लेते हैं finals. But I did participate in that. Question 5 is a schoolgirl called Sawako Sasaki. Sadako Sasaki fell ill in 1955 and she had survived the Hiroshima bombing. When she was told about a Confucian belief called Sendabaru, her classmates said if you hit a number of 1,000, you will get good luck and fortune and longevity. She was very determined to recover, and in this process, she started doing whatever Sendabaru was. She reached the count of 664, but unfortunately passed away. Devastated by her death, her classmates took action and put a national call to create a monument of kids, in the memory of kids who died as a result of the atomic bomb. What is the motive on which the monument is based? And even now, when visitors go to this landmark, they carry it with them. So, 15 points. Super answer to team 6. Right, no? So two teams have exhausted their teams, and fantastic points to Swami and friends. So in case you want to now reverse workout, fantastic answer by Nitin in the audience. He gets the theme exactly right. This creature's name can be misspelled by a vowel. And one would argue that the misspelled word actually makes a lot more sense because of its eating as well as mating habits. What creature is this? if the scientific name of the most prominent species includes the term religiosa? I'll give this to you. So 10 points to team 4, 10 points to team 5, and 10 points to team 3. So now you can work backwards and get the rest of your answers correctly. Other teams, team 7 will yet to try. Team 2, you have 1 attempt left. And everybody this side has covered. So 7 and 8 are combined. We give 5 points irrespective. So Alan Paul wrote an essay in response to journalist Amy Chua's book, in which she described that the book was not a how-to manual, but it was a self-mocking memoir. Paul said that, in contrast to Chua's philosophy, he described his parenting style valuing independence and strives to raise children who are happy, engaged, and self-motivated. So, 2 parts. First, on the basis of this book, what was Amy Chua's nickname that is now used as a common descriptor? And second, what did Paul call his style of parenting? The working operational part being, he was happy to parent with cuddliness, but he was not afraid to show some claw. What is Amy Chua's nickname? So she wrote a book in which she described a particular style. On the basis of that, she got a nickname, which is now commonly used. So last 5 points up for 3. You've already got it. Okay. This is what the team guessed, but one item will be Team 7 is the only one. Yeah, there's nothing to lose. Might as well take a shot. And for the teams which have been able to get the theme, you can get the previous answers and try to maximize your scoring. Any points for all the teams from the team? Not yet? Okay. All right. So, time to swap sheets 1 and 2, 3 and 4, or rather, vice versa, are we doing the other way around? We just swap sheets at least for the finalists so that we can serve tea by the side. Oh, okay. So, at least the finalists continue for a bit. Yeah, teams, can you swap sheets? Team 3 and your swap? Swap. Yeah. Everybody swap sheets. For the audience, there's tea being served, so I don't want to break the flow of the finalists. In case you want, you can grab your tea and come back. All right. Let's start with first, what is the mascot? First, if you don't mind, you can walk from behind. It interrupts for everybody. Yeah, so tortoise is the symbol for Blue Origin. So 5 points if the answer has tortoise. No points for turtle. I will give points. It's not being done. Yeah. Yeah. Second, Mozilla Firefox. Anybody else wants to take a guess at the theme from the audience? Not animals alone, there is a layered theme to that. What is the Firefox also called? It's also called a red panda. That is what disqualifies a lot of the obvious guesses many people took. 3. It is Monkey's Paw, not Monkey's Foot. It is Monkey Paw by Jordan Peele, maker of Get Out, Nope. It's getting a lot of people to go for rabbit's foot. A 5 point. 5 points apiece. Oh, excuse me. From the behind, please. This is the Yoga. The dog is named after this. And yes, that is the correct answer. That is good enough. Fifth, so Sarimaru is a belief that if you make 1,000 paper cranes, you get one wish in your life. These are the paper cranes that are made, and this is the memorial dedicated to all the kids who died as a result of the atomic bombings. Even now, when people visit, they give a paper crane as a token of their their offering. For a gift, anybody wants to guess where the second piece is located? The piece in the photo. It is not in Japan. It is located elsewhere. They basically took a part of it to a place which probably needed it a lot in times of suffering. This was on the 9/11 site. So this is a display at 9/11. Now it's the One Memorial Center. No points for paper swans, definitely. Sixth, a lot of people spell praying mantis with a E, which is true. It is a carnivore, and the female devours the man or the male after praying mantis. Seventh, what is Amy Chua's nickname? Tiger Mom. And Paul is called Panda Dad. Panda Parent is acceptable. So Asian mothers are known to be very fierce and competitive, and hence called Tiger Mom. Alan said, "I'm not a Tiger Mom. I'm going to be a parent, a Panda Dad." Now points for the theme in case you want to go for. Oh, I already said, but so the Kung Fu Panda characters. So red panda is what disqualified Chinese zodiac, which is why I put it early on in the set. Once everybody has gotten back their answer sheet, we'll go around and collect. Nitin, let me know if you are good to go. So Ugre, Shifu, Mantis, Viper, Tigress, Monkey, Crane, and Toe. Let's start with team 1. Your score for this round? 15 points, and any points for the team? 5 points apiece. Yeah. 15. And anything on the team? Team 2? 15. Team 3? 50. Team 4 gets 50 as well. Team 5? 40. Team 6? 50. Which animal did you miss? The cobra was this card. Team 7? 1 5. Team 8? 10. While everybody else settles in from the chai, this is a question in the audience. 50. 50. Yes. Anybody wants to get a guess from the audience? During the 2018 game between Barcelona and Inter Milan, this dude, Marcelo Brozovic, he laid on the pitch. This is the unconventional, very unorthodox style. What did he call this move? Later, he recreated the pose for Halloween as well in a onesie. Since we are on the topic of animals, that is correct. He called it the crocodile, and it was a very unorthodox move in football. Quick check on the scores, Renu or Nitin, in case you want to announce. Okay, everybody has had their tea, snacks, and we get back to quizzing. यार नहीं है यार. हाँ. So we have 15 questions going clockwise. We'll start with team 1. You get 10 points apiece for our correct answer. And we'll conserve points. So in case questions are on bounce, any team gets one part right, I will immediately declare and award points. Let's follow civilized pounds. Yeah. No, I'm consciously choosing to conserve in the interest of time. I don't want to stretch or eliminate. So starting with team 1, open to all. A legacy of the Mughal era, this musical ensemble would play atop a designated tower or gate. This is an example of how it is played to announce the arrival of dignitaries. One may find this ensemble still played during occasions like marriages, birthdays, engagements, Qawwali, and even inauguration of commercial establishments in Hyderabad. A locality in Hyderabad gets its name because it used to be a site for such musical ensembles. Then they will use this site to play firmans. They will announce firmans from here. So either tell me what was this ensemble called, which will play to announce arrival of dignitaries in Mughal era, or a locality in Hyderabad which gets its name for this set of same, or at least similar if I may. Yeah. Super. Yeah. So 10 points to team 4 and 10 to team. I will close pounds for the rest in 3, 2. There is one answer. Give or take. It's your direct. So closing pounds, team 1 your direct. Not Khairatabad, team 2. Not that, team 3. Not so much team 5. Not Kawadi team 7. Not Kuchibali, team 8. Not Gulta Mahal, everybody is less in the audience. Go ahead. And now you tell Mohammed Norway had 9 classical instruments, and they would announce this whenever any dignitaries would come in. A round of applause and a book for a fantastic Norway Tower not too far from here. So even now near the Taj Mahal and at several places in the Agra fort, you have a Naubat Khana or a Naubat Darwaza. This was the Naubat Pahad. Oh, that's the author. So a lot of applause for him. I didn't notice. I didn't notice. Thank you so much. No wonder you got this right. So, question comes back to team 1. Yeah, points to team 4 and team 6. So, implemented for the first time in 2013-14, this decision by the Pope Francis, it led to several Orthodox Catholics to believe that the move represented a clear break with the traditional ambivalence about relying on secular expertise. Second, it was a clear step towards the de-Italianization of the Vatican, because historically, Italian financiers would run the decision making. And third, it also questioned out how transparent the Vatican's operations were now going to be. So what was this decision taken by Pope Francis in 2013-14 that led to a lot of Orthodox Catholics not being in favor of this move? So -5 to team 3. And I'll close pounds for the rest. In they have pounds and got a negative. 2 and 1. Alright, it's story time. Let's start with team 1. Team 1, what do you think the Pope did in 2013. They were accepting funding from World Bank, etc. Not quite. Passing to team 2. Oh, anybody could contribute to the Vatican irrespective. I don't think anybody would question that, but I'm going to pass that to team 4. They started the bank, but I think before they opened a Swiss bank account, not quite. Team 5. Management consultants now run the Vatican. So McKinsey and EY, they have split accounts of the Vatican. Fantastic 10 points. I think they have earned their applause and their 10 points. So 10 points to team 5 and direct to team 6. Previous question minus 5 to team. But in 18th and early 19th century, several British expats would hire Indian painters to just capture local sites and landmarks. The works produced by these artists were undertaken in a European style. So you see a very interesting amalgamation of Indian subjects but in a very European style. What was this distinct style of art called? I'm going to add and say, think of where these expats or why these expats were here is what gives its name to this art style. And the second is, where in the world of entertainment was this style used, where there was one American who was the odd man out between 5 other British Oxford graduates. So there were 6 people in a gang. One was American, all the 5 were very British, very Oxbridge folks. If it helps, this is what the style looked like. You can admire it. But think of what is this style of art called because of why the 18th and 19th century British expats came to India and the Indian subcontinent. And second part is, where was this style used? Super. So 10 points to team 2. Oh, sorry, 3. Very specific. And closing points in 3, 2, and 1. Over to you, Swami and friends. Take points. Take full points. This is called company gharana, company kalam, or company style because they were here on company business, English East India Company. And the Monty Python opening sequence actually uses the company style of art in reform. So 10 points in applause for Swami and friends. 10 points to team 3 for getting it on the pounds. And the direct to the winners of this quiz. So an Italian called Giovanni Maria Farina, he left his village in Piedmont in 1700s for a German city. Then he passed away, and Farina inherited his business. He created something and gave it a very romantic description, saying it reminded him of an Italian spring of daffodils and orange blossoms after the rain. He named the creation after his adopted hometown and used the French way of describing it. That was the language used by European nobility. So what they create has eventually become a generic term for the category itself. So except team 2, all teams are pouncing, so direct to 7. Team 2, I will close pounds in, huh? 1 is also pound. Only 3. Everybody is pouncing. Team 1, have you taken back your pounds? You're not pouncing? Okay, I'm closing pounds now. So minus 5 to team 3. Okay. 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 So minus 5 to 3, plus 5 to team, so plus 10 team 4, 5, 6, 8. And team 2. Let me tell you once. So only team 1 is yet to get a point and over team 7. Not coffee, passing to team 1. Not champagne. Anybody in the audience? It is Eau or named after the city of Cologne, and that's how most men's scents are now called Cologne. So points to everyone except 1 and 7, and minus to team 3. Direct to team 7 again. Okay. So in 1595, the septentrional terrarum was a map of the North Pole. Okay. Now the interesting part was it was completely made up map because nobody had been to the North Pole so far. So it was made by combining theoretical concepts, medieval stories, and assumptions. Among the funny assumptions was there is a mountain made of lodestone because of which you get a magnetic field. First part is who created this inaccurate map, which is very unlike him, very off-brand for him because he was known for creating very meticulous, articulate, and well-researched maps. Second is, eventually, a geographically corrected version of this map is used even today for two reasons. One, no country in the center, and second, all countries appear in the right size. So, first part, who is credited for this inaccurate map? And second, where is this map used? Questions on team 7. So, minus 5 to team 4. No, you can't withdraw. Oh, you never can. So 10 points to team 3 and 6. No, so and globe. Passing to team 8. So United Nations logo. This is the map that is used on the UN flag. It is not Copernicus. Passing to team 1. Not not Tycho Brahe, pounds to, yeah. It is Mercator who gave the Mercator projections. Okay, so I'm not giving you points for two answers. I think so 5 points for the flag of nations in 8, and the next question comes to team 1. We have already given points to teams 3, 6, and minus to team 4. So, break team 1. His works typically are centered on dark fantasy. Now, one of his creations was described by the media as the other Japanese thing which was grabbing attention at the Oscars ceremony this year. You can see some of his typical creations. So, directly, once I'm not going to take the points. And all I want is what is this other creation of other Japanese thing that he made. So 10 points to team 8. I'll close the counts for the rest in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, team 1, take it away. That is correct. This was very specifically the Godzilla one. So all the participants of the movie in the award ceremony, they were wearing these Godzilla gloves. wheels and they carried for themselves. And after this success, there was immense demand and now it's based on 10% of these and similar variations. So 10 points to team 1, 10 points to team 2, and to team. Okay, sure. Chosen for the Libyan Arabic name of a natural phenomenon because the creator wanted to blow a new wind in the industry. The Libyan Arabic term denotes the geographic origin of whatever natural phenomenon is in the question. Now, which venture is this, which was in the news due to the latest award-winning foray of the founder, likely the last, and what is the root word from where it gets its name? No, the venture and the root, where it comes. So 10 points to team uh, 4. Question is with 2, and I am closing in 3, and 1. Closing for all, team 2, your time to spin a stool. Okay. Okay. So take 5 turns. What's the Gibraltar? So 5 points for Ghibli, passing to team. And what does that mean? You have found team 6 friends. Where does Ghibli originate? What is the origin of the term Ghibli? It's a geographic phenomenon. So it originates from the term not sand dunes, passing to team 7. So what's the root word? Passing to team 8. Not joined. Venture is done. So what is the root word? Not joining team 1. Not complete. Any open to yes. Not algebra. Go ahead. Not team 5, 10 points each, 5 points to team 2. And it's a direct on team 3. Members to become the face of rock in K-pop, and now they can propose rock and metal in the okay, I have to be clear. It has been misappropriated as a decorative. Yeah, same name as this, no changes. So, open to time, and I see hands counting 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and 7. No more bounces, and any bounces for and One. So one it has not come and two has not. So points, 10 points to be 4, 5, 6, and 7. And every category sold in versions, they are changed. The of individuals in Apple and everybody else is already been given points. Question up for team 4. So the painting called Hyderabad before the streets. Before it exists, now this facing the streets. So originally was exhibited as a slum of painting and now Bonaparte before the streets, looking at each of them. What was the original type of this painting? So this painting Napoleon movie by Ridley Scott as well. Can be easily discovered if these drawings made by Danish explorer Frederick in 1720. This is the painting. This is the original Bonaparte before the streets. And this first revealed to the public, it was not titled Bonaparte before the streets. It was really a different title, which evoked an ancient myth. So, what was the original title of this painting? And the second part is this painting furthered a urban legend. It can be easily discovered at in the drawings by this Danish explorer from around 150 years back. That is probably the name of the myth. Function of both parts. Closing points for the rest in 3, 2, and 1. So 10 points to team 3 and team 2 today. Today. So I'll just say so. What are the original title of this painting? David and Goliath. Go on. Take 3 points on the fact that Napoleon managed the use of the strings. So I think now the title of the film. So like so I think I'm going to give you points. So don't worry. Who does the riddle? Who is the riddle person? I've given points. So I'm going to. It is rather than selected its first question, but I took the liberty to answer the whole part in the first one on the count. So it is very easy first because Peter faced the string and though in fact damaged the nose of the string, it was damaged at least 150 years back. The interview with of the movie Napoleon, Ridley Scott says, hey, I know all this is historically correct, but who is very enjoy Napoleon standing in the open space? So let us go and actually shot the whole field there. So 5 points each means 4 and 5 and it was 6. So barrels from various sizes. This is a large wooden cask which would typically carry about 550 liters in the US and about half that quantity in the UK. They both carry a lot of volume of liquor and both of them have the same name. Etymological roots indicate that the original name would refer to an ox, but oral corruption over time has replaced it with another animal's name. Now, the name of this barrel gives its name to which fictional establishment which is known for being frequented by less respectable customers, but it is the site for several key elements or several key events in a popular literary universe. So you can give me either what is the barrel called or what is the fictional establishment named after this barrel. It is known for being occupied by less savory crowd, but a lot of key events in this universe happen at this place. Either is fine. The answers are replaceable.